Educational Research Made Simple, Episode 6, Positivism. Welcome back. In the previous episode, we introduced research philosophy and explored why it plays such an important role in educational research. In this episode, we'll look at one of the oldest and most influential research philosophies, positivism. Although the word may sound complicated, the idea behind positivism is relatively straightforward. Positivism is based on the belief that there is an objective reality that exists independently of us, and that this reality can be observed, measured, and understood through scientific investigation. In other words, positivists believe that if we collect enough reliable evidence, we can identify facts, patterns, and even predict future outcomes. This approach is often associated with the natural sciences, such as biology, chemistry, and physics, where experiments and measurements are used to test ideas. Positivism applies the same scientific thinking to social research, including education. Rather than asking participants how they feel or what they think, positivist researchers are usually interested in collecting measurable data. They ask questions such as, does this teaching strategy improve examination results? Does reducing class size improve attainment? Does regular homework increase student achievement? The focus is on collecting evidence that can be measured, analyzed, and tested statistically. Let's look at an example. Imagine a school wants to know whether a new mathematics program improves student performance. Researchers divide students into two groups. One group uses the new program, while the other continues with the existing approach. At the end of the term, both groups complete the same mathematics assessment. The researchers compare the results to determine whether the new program had a measurable impact. This is a positivist approach because the focus is on objective measurement and testing. Here's another example. Suppose a university wants to investigate whether attendance influences student achievement. Researchers collect attendance records and examination results from hundreds of students. They then use statistical analysis to determine whether there is a relationship between attendance and academic performance. Again, this reflects positivist thinking because the research relies on measurable data and statistical evidence. One of the greatest strengths of positivism is its emphasis on objectivity. Researchers aim to minimize personal opinions and biases by using standardized methods of data collection and analysis. This increases the reliability of the research because, if the study were repeated under similar conditions, it should produce similar results. Positivist research also allows researchers to study large groups of participants. By collecting data from hundreds or even thousands of people, researchers can identify patterns and make generalizations about wider populations. This is particularly valuable when evaluating educational policies, national interventions, or large-scale programs. Another strength is that positivist research often produces findings that are easy to compare. Because measurements are standardized, researchers can compare results across different schools, regions, or even countries. However, positivism also has limitations. Education is about people, and people are often far more complex than numbers alone can capture. Knowing that students' examination scores improved tells us what happened, but it doesn't necessarily explain why it happened. For example, imagine students achieve higher grades after introducing a new teaching strategy. Was it the teaching strategy itself? Was it the enthusiasm of the teacher? Did students receive extra support at home? Or were they simply more motivated? Numbers alone cannot always answer these questions. Another criticism of positivism is that it may overlook individual experiences. Students can respond very differently to the same educational environment. A statistical average may hide important differences between individuals. For this reason, researchers interested in understanding people's experiences, beliefs, or perceptions often adopt other research philosophies, such as interpretivism, which we'll explore in the next lesson. So, when is positivism most appropriate? Positivism works particularly well when researchers want to measure outcomes, test interventions, identify patterns, or examine relationships between variables. It is commonly associated with quantitative research, where data can be collected, analyzed statistically, and used to draw objective conclusions. Ultimately, positivism has made an enormous contribution to educational research. It has helped researchers evaluate teaching strategies, assess educational interventions, and inform evidence-based decision-making. However, like every research philosophy, it has both strengths and limitations. The best research philosophy is always the one that aligns with your research question. In the next episode, we'll explore interpretivism, a very different philosophical approach that focuses not on measuring reality, but on understanding how people experience and make sense of the world around them.